Hey, it's 8:57 p.m. Eastern Time on November 9th, 2017. And the Segwit2x split had been called off, but there are conflicting reports here. BitPico claims Segwit2x is still alive despite all evidence to the contrary. So what we're getting is some unorganized, unconfirmed crap floating around the crypto world. The big news this morning when I woke up was Segwit2x was called off, and that's it. It's over. It's done. No more. On the other hand, we have other reports of 30% of the miners are deciding to go ahead and mine Segwit2x. I don't want to go over this report with you. BitPico, never heard of him, claims Segwit2x is still alive despite all evidence to the contrary. Reports of 2x's death have been greatly exaggerated. That's according to a statement issued by a little-known mining group, BitPico. In a defiant message that appeared on the mailing list, BitPico claimed to control 30% of the network hash rate and to be pressing ahead with B2X fork regardless. I don't know. I don't know how much stock anybody wants to put in this report. If this is accurate, I can't see it holding up without the entire network support. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. What a freaking mess. Is Segwit2x still on the market? That's the big question. Let's go try to find it. There's Steam sitting at exactly $1. I don't see it. It looks like it's been taken off the market. And this is CoinMarketCap, and it was listed here. Unless it is severely tanked. It was all the way back down to 900 after sitting at 1700. And people were losing interest real quick. And I'm wondering where the market cap went. If they took it off the market, who got all that money? Could it be just another scam? That's my question. Another crypto scam. That's what it looks like to me, but I could be way off base and way wrong. Number 1 in volume is Bitcoin, of course. Ethereum is number 2, and Bitcoin Cash is number 3. Tether is 4, Litecoin is 5, Ripple is 6, Ethereum Classic is 7, Quantum is 8, Dash is 9, Zcash is 10, and Monero would be honorable mention at number 11. As far as market cap, Bitcoin, of course, is number 1, Ethereum is number 2, Bitcoin Cash is 3, Ripple is 4, Litecoin is 5, Dash is 6, Neo is 7, NEM is 8, Monero is 9, IOTA is 10, and Ethereum Classic would be honorable mention at 11. Bitcoin Cash is down about 1.5 points from this time yesterday, but it's still sitting at a good price at 72.76. So you can say it's been a volatile day. Let's go take a closer look. I hate how this starts at the all-time chart. There's one day with Bitcoin. Started out well this time yesterday. It got up above 7,400 and kind of just hung around 73 and 74. We had a little bit of a tank right there, back down to 72, and then another little tank right there. A little after midnight last night, it went down to 71, and then it came back up and kind of went horizontal at 72 all day. Dipped down to 71 and came back up recently to 73, and then recently adjusted again back down to 72, but it is in the high 72s. So looks like pretty much a typical day in Bitcoin. On the other hand, we have some pretty big gainers in the altcoin world, including Bitcoin Cash gaining 6.5%, NEM gaining 14.5%, IOTA gaining 16.5%. Everybody else is in the green, but just by 1 point or 2 relative to this time yesterday. Ethereum is looking mighty strong at 320, and it's good to see it finally get well above 300. Will it make it to 350 is the question. I don't know. I was talking about this earlier. Ethereum was very good to me in its time and my time with it. I'm very proud of the coin. I believe it's a safe, strong bet if you want an alternative. And it's a long time, buy and hold coin, investment coin. I don't believe you should trade Ethereum. And it works off its own blockchain. It was the original ICO. And it's the ICO that everybody wants to create because it just came out of the gate and shot through the moon and made a lot of people very wealthy. So everybody copies that Ethereum model. Everybody's either a Bitcoin wannabe or an Ethereum wannabe. That's how I see the altcoins. I'm sorry, but that's how I see it. That doesn't mean you can't play around with all these altcoins. It doesn't mean anything except these two are the big dogs, Ethereum and Bitcoin. If you're a Bitcoin skeptic and you're looking for an alternative, you'd probably want to look into Ethereum. And Bitcoin is at a crazy price, $7,254, and a lot of people see that as too expensive, and a lot of newbies still think you have to buy a whole Bitcoin to get into this market. So a lot of people that are new see Ethereum sitting at 320 and they think, well, I can afford one coin, and so they get in, and often it's a great decision if they got in at the right time. If you're going to get into Ethereum, be careful about when you get in. That's my advice with Ethereum. Other than that, I don't know. I heard from a couple people that 30% of the miners are going to continue to mine Segwit2x. So the big question is, what is Coinbase going to do? That's the big unanswered question. I don't know if they've made a statement on this. I don't want to look it up on Google and waste your time on that with the crypto update. I'm at the point where the whole thing has been nothing but a fiasco, and I don't give a shit about it anymore. I really don't care what they do. Nothing is ever going to take over Bitcoin. This is the foundation of crypto. The original, the mother of all of them. And as different as Ethereum is, and with their own unique blockchain and all that stuff, it's still the mother of Ethereum. Bitcoin is and will always be here. It'll go through its stages and take its lumps, but it's the coin that everybody wants to be and everybody wants to own. It's the coin that everybody talks about. When a newbie gets into the market, they don't talk about Cardano coin or Cardano or however you pronounce it. They don't talk about Lisk. They don't talk about Zcash or Stratus. They talk about Bitcoin. And for that very reason, Bitcoin will survive forever. That's what I believe. Anyway, everybody, by this time tomorrow, I'm sure we'll have a statement from Coinbase if they haven't already released one. And I'll have more on that at that point. Peace. Everybody have a great night.